I've never in my life been a fan of mac and cheese, but American barbecue mac and cheese. That is a different story.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to another video right here on my channel. I am a Scottish guy who loves to explore America, and in today's episode I have got something right out of the archives for you. Over a year ago now, I was in New York, in Brooklyn, and I did a couple of videos which probably most of you guys here on this channel have never seen before, because I put them on my second channel as a bit of an experiment. It wasn't really the right place for it. But these videos have basically been hidden ever since then, and I wanted to show you guys because it's the kind of stuff that I love talking about here. My exploration of America, the food, a lot of food in this episode, and just such a great, awesome place that I really enjoy traveling to. What you'll see, because this is an old video before quarantine started, these are the kind of videos I would like to actually be doing more, coming to America and doing these travel vlogs, showing you the United States from my perspective. Hopefully much more of that to come. We're working towards it. We will get there at some point. So thanks very much for being here. Great to see you. If you're new, please don't forget to hit subscribe, join the family. And guys, listen, I am so close to a big, massive milestone on Patreon, which is a platform where my audience, which is you guys, can help support my content. For example, at the moment, I'm saving up to buy a brand new camera, and all the funds on Patreon go towards helping me keep funding it, keep it going. I'm just 9 away from a massive milestone, and I'd be very much, hugely appreciative if you would go over there and consider signing up. There's a lot of extra benefits for members, including unseen, exclusive content that nobody else gets to see, and plus this video right here was shown 24 hours early to my Patreon members. With that said, it's time to take you guys on an adventure of a really awesome place that I love to explore. Let's do it, let's go, let's have some fun.
Welcome to Red Hook in Brooklyn. I don't think there's a better way in New York City, or any other way in general, to start your day than with a good cup of coffee. I am here in Brooklyn, New York City. If you haven't been watching my vlogs for very long, you'll probably not know this, right? But I am a New York regular now, I'd say. I love it here so much. New York is energy. It is pure energy, and it just makes me feel alive. I love it in this place. But every time we've stayed in New York, we have stayed in Brooklyn, just along the way, over the water, slightly from Manhattan. Brooklyn is amazing. In fact, in times gone by, Brooklyn as a standalone city was one of the biggest cities in all of the United States of America, all in its own right. And I know Brooklyn is certainly a lot bigger than any city in Scotland. There's a lot to do here. And in fact, when you stay here in Brooklyn, you do not need to leave this borough. There is so much going on here. It's so big, so diverse, with so many different restaurants and so many different things to do that you literally don't need to leave here ever. So I wanted to make today's video to kind of pay homage to Brooklyn. I have stayed here now 3 or 4 times in a row. Every time I've stayed in New York, I've stayed in Brooklyn. It's just cooler here. And sure enough, if all the things you're going to be doing are in Manhattan, like the theaters and stuff, and that's all you want to do, and you're here for like 2 or 3 days only, then probably Manhattan's your better bet. But if you're here to see a bigger diversity of things in New York, the better food options, the better culture, I think Brooklyn is the best hub, right? And I am staying here in Brooklyn this time. The first time we came to Brooklyn, we stayed in Bed-Stuy. The second time we came to Brooklyn, we stayed in downtown Brooklyn, which was awesome as well. All these places are great. And on this trip to New York City, I am staying in a neighborhood in Brooklyn that I have never been to before. It is Red Hook. And Red Hook is just on the waterfront, like the docks are literally down there. And there is a boat from there that goes straight over to Manhattan. I'm almost done my morning coffee. As soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go and get ready, and it's off to the streets of Brooklyn. Let's go and see what Red Hook has to offer. Let's go and see what the wider borough has to offer. Okay, so the guys from the hotel have given me a shopping list of awesome bars and restaurants that they said I need to check out in this neighbourhood. And the first stop is Fort Defiance, which apparently has a really good lunch, so that is what's happening right now. Wow, that was such a good American brunch here in Red Hook. Awesome, really liked it. Very filling, to say the least. And listen, I have never in my life liked hash browns, but then again, I've never tried American hash browns. They are so much better than British hash browns. Where have American hash browns been all my life? Okay, so now that we have walked about 10 minutes from the hotel, had brunch, and we're kind of coming through this neighbourhood now, and definitely seeing how artsy it is. The houses here, a lot of the places have been kind of converted here and are very nice. Oh wow, and these guys have went all out for Halloween. That is spooky as hell. Look at that. What? Alright, I think we've walked as far as we can down Van Brunswick. Is it Van Brunswick? Van something street here in Red Hook. And we've come to the docks. They're literally on the water, on the river. Can't go any further. I'm just going to have a quick look down here. But you can see these are all dockyard, or old former dockyard buildings, which are now turned into all sorts of things, from apartments to cafes and stuff. Yeah, it's an interesting area to walk around, that is for sure. Okay, I'm not really sure what this is about. I would understand if it had been turned into something, but there was like an abandoned tram carriageway here. Can you get my camera inside it? I guess they open this up sometimes, but that's a bit weird. There is so much awesome street art in this part of Brooklyn. You might recognise this girl from a certain movie, but scary. I almost fell backwards when I saw that. Oh, one crazy thing about New York. I think every time I've been here now, this is my fifth time in New York City, and every single time I've been here it has been so incredibly hot, unbearably hot. And two of the times we've been here have been in October when it's supposed to be getting cooler. Right now is the middle of October, and let me tell you, it is still hot. Even though it's a grey, gloomy day, it is very humid here in Red Hook. Taking my shirt off, trying to cool down. Just need to remember to keep drinking water. That was my mistake last time, I did not drink enough water. Now, it has only been a couple of hours since we had breakfast, brunch here in Red Hook, but I'm told one of the things that we cannot miss, we cannot go away from Red Hook without coming to this barbecue place, Hometown Barbecue, which apparently a lot of people say is one of the best and most original American barbecues that you can find, not just in Red Hook, or not just even in Brooklyn, but all of New York. So here we are, Hometown Barbecue in Brooklyn, in Red Hook, and we're gonna come and fill our faces even more. I think I'm gonna be putting on a lot of weight today, but listen, it's alright. It's just one day. I'll have to work hard when I get home or something to get over it. Let's go and get some meat. Alright guys, so we're here at the Hometown Barbecue, and wow, I don't even know where to start with this. The meat looks incredible. I've not tried it yet, but listen, look. You just can't go wrong with a piece of brisket that looks like that. You can't go wrong with that. Some all-American mac and cheese. I went to a barbecue that was exactly like this, or very similar, in Texas. I don't know if you remember that vlog, it's on my main channel, and I posted that like over a year ago now, and it was an amazing experience. I've never been to a place like it ever since, until now. This is amazing. Let's get that brisket down my throat. Finally some good meat. Like, in the UK we don't know how to do good meat. Get some barbecue sauce, and we're all cooking with gas. I've never in my life been a fan of mac and cheese, but American barbecue mac and cheese. That is a different story. This is the best food I've had in New York, I think. Wow, well, I am done with food for today, I think. I'm going to try and haul my carcass out of here and do some more exploring, because Brooklyn's huge, there's a lot to see and do here. Highly recommended if any of you guys are here in Red Hook in Brooklyn, or if you're in Brooklyn at all, get your ass over here to Hometown Barbecue. It is good stuff. style hometown barbecue. That is incredible, amazing. And so I think my big takeaway from walking around Red Hook, Brooklyn, is awesome food opportunities. There are so many good places to eat here at decent prices, as we've seen in this vlog, and they've been really good. There is so much culture, art. There's something like 200 artists that live in this neighbourhood. And also you've got lots of small businesses popping up and doing awesome things like the whiskey distillery. So yeah, it's a great place to stay and a lot of things to see here. A lot of people might not necessarily know about, because there's so much in New York. There's so many things that kind of pull your attention away, but actually when you're here in these types of neighbourhoods, there's just a lot of really cool things to do. So yeah, I'm happy we came here, without a doubt, and I will be back. But anyway, for the second part of the video, I actually want to catch a ferry from here in Red Hook and go a little bit further away and actually take a ride upriver to another part of Brooklyn that I know about, which is also awesome and within very easy reach of this neighbourhood. The cool thing about Red Hook is it's only within the last year apparently that the ferry service has begun running, and I think, you know what, the ferry is just such a nice way to travel around the city. We've got all this awesome water here in New York, they might as well use it. It's much nicer than getting underground, much nicer. Okay guys, I am now down at the Brooklyn Red Hook Atlantic Basin ferry terminal. Here we are on ferry boat. The metro's good, the metro is alright if that's your thing, but the ferry boat is just so much better. So this line here in Red Hook Atlantic Terminal takes you from right in the middle of Red Hook to Dumbo and then over to Manhattan. You'll be in Manhattan in no time on this boat. If I lived here, I would not travel any other way. So anyway, we're going to go up the river a bit to Dumbo because the view there of obviously Brooklyn Bridge and of Manhattan at sunset is spectacular. We've done it before. So our plans are to spend the next couple of hours there as the sunset goes down. Our last night here in New York. So we are off the boat here in Dumbo. The thing is, there are so many cool and awesome places to come in Brooklyn. It would take me probably 10, 20, 30, maybe even 100 videos to show you all the different cool places in Brooklyn, because it is such a big place, such a diverse place with so many different neighbourhoods with their own classic styles. But one other place, if I had one other place I really wanted to show you guys, it is the famous Dumbo, because Dumbo is beautiful and I think the best views of New York City are to be found right here in Dumbo. I think the most famous photo that you can take in New York, in all of New York, is definitely here in Washington Street, which looks straight onto the main pillars of the bridge there. And it just looks amazing, and that's why everybody is literally lining up here to take selfies and photos. This is an iconic photo location, and rightfully so. We're in Brooklyn Bridge Park. I love it down here. You get the best sunset view of New York, I think, of Manhattan, which is right there behind me. If you watch my series of vlogs from here in the summer, in June when I came, when I was looking after Mo the dog, we went and saw Mo the dog this time, by the way. Only very briefly. We went to see him for a night because it was our friend's birthday party. It was really good to see Mo again. Anyway, if you haven't seen that series of vlogs from New York, go and check them out in June. I'll put the link down below. My favourite place in New York. I've got a feeling I'm going to have lots of favourite places once I've explored more and learned more about this amazing place over the years that I'll be coming here. mean, look at that view and tell me it's not beautiful, right? Look at that. New York. Wow.